Welcome to part 1 of the video. In this, I would be covering specifically about a concept called FX and Money Market Committee. What the hell is FX and Money Market Committee? And I would be giving you a live story about this FX and Money Market Committee. Before I explain what is FX and Money Market Committee, first let me give you a live story. You know that we are a Singapore-based company. On paper, it look like Singapore is an honest nation, and Singaporean regulators are honest. But the hard reality is that they are not at all honest. Rather, it's a setup which is managed by banks. And I, in this video, and in fact, previous to this video, challenged Singaporean Central Bank, Monetary Authority of Singapore, many times. And I challenged them again. And this time, I give you a realistic story, and then I'll back this from this book. The Fix. It is by Bloomberg, but please give me time to explain the story. Somewhere in 2019, Singapore launched yet another stupidity, and that stupidity is MAS 610, which means Risk Aggregation and Statistics Reporting. MAS means Monetary Authority of Singapore. 610 is their circular. We got the PDF document from their website. We collated that PDF document, and it is stupidity over stupidity. It means it is height of stupidity. By we means Treasury Consulting. Treasury Consulting contacted MAS Singapore and said that the document which you uploaded in the public is having a lot of flaws. Rather, the main purpose, which is risk aggregation and statistics reporting, is actually not serving. And we clearly mentioned to MAS that whosoever made this is having a lot of conceptual issues. I repeat, conceptual and functionally correct issues. We got no reply. After a few weeks, you know that Singapore is a small setup, like you have a lot of conferences, meetings and all. We met up. I attended one conference, and in which I met up with MAS director. And fortunately, he was a director of the same department to whom, basically the department whose responsibility is to initialize MAS 610. So I contacted him and explained him everything. He gave his business card to me, and we gave our business card to him, and later on we exchanged few emails. We have the copy of the emails with me. And then I explained him that these are the flaws and we are looking for a meeting. Anyways, we had a meeting. This meeting happened at the ground floor of MAS, Monetary Authority of Singapore, which is hardly 10 minutes away by walk from our office, Marina 1. Hardly 10 minutes away. It is by walk. Rather, you can see the brown building of MAS from our office. The first shock to me in MAS was, even at the ground floor, there was not a single TV who reports the business news. Like if you go to any corporate, big corporates, there are big TVs at the reception, basically the ground floor, which gives the business information. Generally, people have CNBC, Bloomberg TV, and all these kind of that. But here it wasn't. And that was a shock for me because how come a central bank who claim to be a number one central bank in the world in terms of reputation and in terms of all this, how come they're not having this? Anyways, that was not the that was not the sole criteria to judge MAS 610, to judge MAS, Monetary Authority of Singapore. The director with whom we had emails came on the first floor, and we had a meeting with one of the deputy who was reporting to the director, basically the lady. So the director is a male and the deputy is a lady. The deputy at onset looks uninterested in the meeting because she was aware that what is going to get happen. And by the way, this meeting wasn't theoretical. We opened our Reuters and explained everything to them using live financial market. So the meeting was around 11 a.m. Singapore, which precisely means the markets are live. By 11 a.m. Singapore markets are at the top. NDF fixings are going on and many things are going on. And trust, the director acknowledged. I have the business card of the director still with me, and I hereby challenge the MAS chairperson Ravi Menon, to whom I doubt he deserved to be a chairperson or not. He acknowledged that yes, there are flaws in MAS 610 and we need to correct these flaws. So he said to her deputy that let's initiate another meeting in which he will explain more thing in detail, and he requested me to have a presentation in which I mention flaws one by one. I agreed to it. And I made the presentation and in next 48 hours, and I shared with them. Then I wrote an email and somehow we had a meeting. I replied somehow. The utter shock for me that in this meeting the director not came, rather he sent her deputy, his deputy, and his deputy, the lady, said that the director is busy. That was a shock for me. How come you can be busy when there was an appointment? I not visited MAS as per my will. There was an email, proper communication there. If you was busy, you could reply on the email that I am busy, we can have a meeting some other day. But this is MAS ethics. On paper, like I said, they are highly regulated, but rest assured more videos are coming. Like I said, in the very first meeting itself, the deputy was not interested to listen the flaws of MAS 610. So would in this meeting. This deputy outrightly ignored all my points, and I challenged the deputy that look like you are funded by banks. I repeat, you are funded by banks. By banks, I means Association of Banks of Singapore. So there is an Association of Banks in Singapore, which is known as ABS, Association of Banks of Singapore. And you would be surprised to know that that lady told me on my face that whatever recommendations you have, we will email these recommendations to the banks and let them reply. So see the stupidity. I am giving an opinion on the document which is made up by the banks and Big Four, fraudulent Big Fours. Rather, there is not a single fraud in the world which is left which they not did. And the deputy is telling me that we would forward these recommendations to these people and hope they reply that yes, we committed the mistake. Did Einstein and Young till now accepted the frauds they did? Did KPMG accepted? PwC accepted? Goldman, JP, Citi, Standard Chartered, UBS, Barclays, Deutsche, and all the banks, those who engaged in huge frauds, they till now accepted that there are issues in their system? Never. Even as we speak, in February 2022, Citibank is fined, and so would Credit Suisse. But on paper, they are highly regulated. This brings a very important thing which is mentioned in the book, and I personally felt that, which is called FXMMC, Foreign Exchange and Money Market Committee. Page number 50. Foreign Exchange and Money Market Committee. But there are problems in this, like I said, and that problems we would be revealing in the part second. If MS feel, Monetary Authority of Singapore feels that I am incorrect, then I challenge Ravi Menon outrightly. If he feels that he deserves to be a chairperson of MAS, then my number is 9899242978. See you in the part second.